came unstuck when he sprayed his tee shot at the 18th. After a lengthy search at ground level, attention eventually turned skyward.
Balls don't usually stay up in oak trees. That's a bad break.
Adam Scott is tied for 13th, 6 shots behind leaders JB Holmes and Kyle Stanley. Roman Grosjean had his hands full during Spanish Grand Prix qualifying, while for top spot it was a battle in two.
It's Hamilton today from Sebastian Vettel.
The Brit with his third pole for the season, Aussie Dan Ricciardo will start from 6th. And with Cristiano Ronaldo watching on, Rafael Nadal put a hoodoo to bed in Madrid.
For 3 years, Rafael Nadal has suffered at the hands of Novak Djokovic.
The King of Clay turning the tables with a straight sets win. He'll now meet Dominic Thiem in the final.
Australia's Jason Doyle has moved into outright second in the Speedway Grand Prix Series following round 2 in Poland. Doyle had the inside gate for the final in Warsaw and made a great start, but didn't lead for long.
Jason Doyle goes on. Doyle through. Leaders coming through. Oh my goodness me!
Lindgren from Sweden would hold on to win his second straight final, with Doyle finishing third. The series heads to Latvia for round 3 in a fortnight. A NASCAR driver in the US has been airlifted to hospital after surviving a 3-car fireball during a race in Kansas City.
Big crash. Danica Patrick and Joey Logano.
Surprisingly, 2 of the drivers walked away from the inferno unharmed, while Eric Almirola in the number 43 was conscious but taken to hospital. Rescue crews spent 15 minutes extracting him from the wreck. Equal second in the World Championship standings, Australia's Owen Wright was on a mission at the Rio Pro overnight as he and compatriot Julian Wilson both advanced to the 4th round. Meanwhile, Owen's sister Tyler put on a show and drew loud applause from the sand for her powerful display en route to the semi-finals. Aussies Sally Fitzgibbons and Nikki Van Dyke are also into the women's Final 4. Central has taken top spot and remains undefeated in Newcastle Rugby League after outclassing the Goannas at Charlestown this afternoon. The hosts were pretty in pink, raising funds for the McGrath Foundation. The Butcher Boys also looked slick, and centre Sean Metcalf was all class, finishing with a double. Cessnock looked to its bench to spark a comeback, and Sam Apthorpe charged over to close the gap. But it wasn't enough, the 8-point win moving Central to the top of the table. Earlier in the day, Central's undefeated Butcher Birds showed why they're one of the league tag favourites. Gabrielle Miller made it 30-0 over Cessnock before Chelsea Hindmarsh scored a try from long range to extend the home side's advantage. Madison McManus got in on the act, while Kate Davies proved deadly with the boot as Central won 72 points to 0. In the Hunters NPL competition, a 10-man Lambton outfit has beaten Maitland to maintain top spot, while Lake Macquarie and Hamilton finished 1-1. Western upset Charlestown City 3-0, and the Eagles celebrated their 125th anniversary by edging out Valentine. The Arnett's program took centre stage before first grade as kids with special needs got to taste the NPL atmosphere. When the main event got underway, Aidan Gardner had the first chance. Scott Carter stopped Will Bauer as well, proving he had a safe pair of hands, but wasn't so comfortable on his feet. The game winner started with Daniel McBreen near halfway. He teed up Aidan Bryce before Kago Moriyasu produced a cheeky chip, and the former A-League Golden Boot did the rest. McBreen went close to a double a few minutes later, but Carter wouldn't be beaten the first or second time. Carter then kept out Bauer for a second time as well to keep Valentine in the game. The visitors did have one decent chance before the break, but no one was on the end of Jalen Brown's pass. Substitute Brodie Taylor had the best chance for the Eagles in the second half. But 1-0 was how it stayed as Edgeworth moved up to second spot. To basketball, and Susie Batkovic produced 41 points to lead Newcastle's women to a big win over Manly in the Waratah League last night. The men didn't fare so well, while Maitland's men lost to the Central Coast. Down by 12 at quarter time, the Mustangs bounced back in the second quarter to lead at the main break. American Tyler Munro produced another huge effort for Maitland with 33 points and 16 rebounds. But the Crusaders had all the answers in the final term, winning by 5. Newcastle has claimed the under-18 New South Wales hockey title for the first time, winning 2 divisions at the state championships this afternoon. The Division 1 side beat Sydney East 4-1 in the final, while the Division 3 team outclassed Nepean 3-0. Both sides went through the tournaments undefeated. Bumpy Crouch wrapped up the win for the home team against Illawarra South Coast in the semi. Kai Willett was always dangerous, while Rory Walker was named player of the tournament. And finally, Merewether's women's team has finished third at the National Surf Tag Finals in Sydney, while the men were knocked out in this morning's quarterfinals. Jane, that's our look at sport.
Big wrap up. Thank you, Mitch. What's the weather doing this week? We'll check all the details next. If your home becomes unlivable, Budget Direct will provide temporary accommodation for up to a year.
It's not small. It's cozy. Right, guys?
Do you get up to a year's temporary accommodation? Get more with Budget Direct.
Feelings of love, yeah. Feelings of love. Feelings of love to make it dance, yeah. Feelings of romance, yeah.
Australia's most satisfied shoppers 3 years in a row. Even though you need a coin for your trolley. That's good different.
The food at Light Easy just gets better and better. They've brought out a new salad combination for dinner. You get your fresh salad, you put it with pasta, lasagna, chicken. You've got so many different options.